Hello and welcome to Asia Now. In this video, I'll tell you about a Canadian man arrested in the Philippines, 8 Cebu officials facing charges for garbage haul fraud, South Korea says no to Chinese tourists, the Donald Trump investment scam in Thailand, what is that all about, and much more. Let's jump straight into our main story. A 46-year-old Canadian man known as Liam was arrested in Agoo, La Union, on November A-G-O-O, La Union on November 25th by the Regional Anti-Cybercrime Unit 1. The arrest was made based on a warrant for violating the Cybercrime Prevention Act. His bail was set at 24,000 pesos. The PNP praised the officers involved and reminded the public that cybercrimes carry real legal consequences and will actively be pursued. Now, in the article, it didn't specifically say what he did or say online, what was his crime online, but based on the fact that the bail was set only at 24,000 pesos, it's actually the first time I've seen any kind of bail set for any foreigner that's been arrested. Usually it's immediate deportation, blacklisted, if they don't have to serve any time in Philippines prison. So based on that, apparently it seems to be something he said about somebody else, which then they took that information, took it to the police, and they did something about it. The exact crime wasn't listed, but RA 1017 covers a wide range of cyber-related offenses, including cyber libel, unauthorized access like hacking, online scams or fraud, identity theft, data interference, computer-related forgery or fraud. And like I said, because I think 24,000 peso bill is probably not some of the serious stuff. If you guys have any more information about this specific Canadian gentleman being arrested, please share it with me in the comment section, and then I'll share it with the community. Moving on to our next story. This one is Cebu. 8 former Cebu city officials and 3 private individuals are now facing graft and malversation charges over an alleged 239 million peso overpayment in garbage hauling. A billing rate reportedly tripled without proper verification. The ombudsman has filed cases before some courts with arrest warrants expected soon. So that is insane. I guess that might explain some of the garbage that we see on a regular basis all around Cebu. Of course, not the only reason, but I guess wouldn't surprise many people given what's going on in the Philippines lately when it comes to ghost flood projects, ghost road projects, ghost school projects, ghost student projects even. Speaking of which, thousands massed in Manila on Sunday demanding accountability over a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure scandal that has seen scores of officials, lawmakers, and construction firm owners accused of corruption. The Manila police also confirmed that they arrested 3 individuals aged 18, 20, and 23 for wearing helmets, Kevlar vests, and ski masks during the anti-corruption rally in the city. The individuals who identified themselves as freelance media correspondents were subsequently released after documentation pertaining to their identities. I'm also curious to see what is considered independent media. Is it like a YouTuber, a vlogger, somebody on Facebook? Regardless, the police made it clear. I even covered it on this channel. You cannot be wearing face masks in public places anymore in Manila. I can see why that rule was implemented now. In my opinion, probably to control some of this chaos that goes on. This is an opportunity for a lot of people to disrupt what's going on. A peaceful protest can easily be turned not peaceful, a lot of times with moles from within to give the authorities, not particularly the Philippines, but overall, whenever there's any kind of chance, people infiltrate it, pretend to be from the other side just to cause enough disruption so the police can crack down and basically end the protest. Not very hard to figure out, but in case you didn't know, that happens quite often. Speaking of protests and mass people and such, South Koreans erupt in anger, street protests after China diverts tourists away from Japan. The CCP's travel ban pushes massive crowds of Chinese travelers to Seoul instead of Tokyo. Local South Koreans quickly grew frustrated and launched street demonstrations demanding the Chinese to get out. Video shows protesters waving signs and chanting angrily as tensions escalate in major Korean cities. Residents say overcrowding, rude behavior, and rising disturbances spike immediately after the tourist surge. Many South Koreans blame Beijing for manipulating regional travel flows for political pressure. Japan quietly watches as the 2 neighbors clash over tourism, safety, and national dignity. The backlash is spreading fast, adding a new layer to already strained Northeast Asian dynamic. Koreans are pretty racist. I'm going to generalize here. Maybe I'm racist for saying that, but okay, all jokes aside, Koreans, they will voice their concern was one thing. Also, it's not all what you see on, K-pop and K-drama, lovey-dovey stuff. Koreans also, they have a lot of history when it comes to protests and, people voicing what they believe. And they are there's a group of them, a large group of them, that have a lot of pride in their nation, just like any other countries. I don't think it's racism per se, but when a group of people behave a certain way, it's easy to understand the local people's frustrations. Definitely not the only country doing this. Many countries around the world fed up with just tourism or like a large influx of foreigners or outsiders coming into the community and not respecting the local ways, culture, tradition, all that stuff. Let's go back to Cebu. Numerous complaints about dirty and foul-smelling taxis have pushed the city council to call for stricter monitoring of cab cleanliness across Metro Cebu. Yeah, some of the nastiest, filthiest, disgusting cabs I've ever been in my life have been in Cebu particularly. I don't really know why that is. I don't think there's any kind of body of organization, any kind of check-in. Nobody reports to anyone regarding the conditions of their taxis. I've seen blood stains, brown stains, white stains, all kinds of stains, smells that stick in your nostril holes for days, maybe even. If you know what I'm talking about, if you live in Cebu long enough, you cannot deny this. If you take taxis, I don't know where this comes from. Maybe you just don't care, whatever, Maybe it's not a taxi, maybe it's a rental. Maybe it's just a different culture. I don't know, but it do stink in them taxis. And I'm glad I'm not the only one that noticed it, but other people are voicing their concerns to a degree that officials have to step in and say, we're going to go ahead and monitor this and do something about it, hopefully in the near future. Let's go to Thailand now. Thai police have arrested 6 individuals over an investment scam falsely claiming endorsements by U.S. President Donald Trump. Victims were promised returns of up to 20 times their investment, believing the scheme was legitimate. Bruh, if you're going to believe you're going to get 20 times your money back based on something Donald Trump said or any random person, celebrity or political person, governor, whatever, especially outside your own country, then I'm not going to say you deserve to be scammed, but come on, man. 20 times your investment? Gee, how'd you get so lucky? The operation was across several different provinces, involved fraudulent documents and electronic records, including a fake $783 million certificate allegedly signed by Trump. Authorities confirmed the scam linked to a fake Nigerian oil fund defrauded investors of over 13 million baht. That's about $400,000. People are falling into the scam. Don't forget, of course, the salaries are much lower in Thailand compared to the US on average. So a lot of people acting on dumb stuff. I don't understand as an adult person with all the information available to you how you think you can get 20 times your money back based off some oil scam from Nigeria. I mean, don't forget, signed by Donald Trump, so gotta be legit, right? One more story from Thailand. Immigration officers arrested a wanted Swedish fugitive at Pattaya Hotel. Following a targeted search operation, the man admitted his identity upon confrontation and was detained for overstaying his visa. Investigators revealed the suspect evaded capture by impersonating a German national using forged documents for accommodation and financial transactions. Officers seized a fake ID card and driver's license from his room during the raid. Police have not charged the suspect and initiated extradition proceedings. All right, looks like nobody's safe in Thailand or the Philippines. If you're going to commit crimes, chances are you might be found. Of course, not everyone, but enough people for you to be concerned to stay away from committing some of these crimes. Next up, fears of days of travel chaos across Europe and other parts of the world like the Philippines on Saturday after plane manufacturer Airbus intervened rapidly to implement a software upgrade it has said was immediately needed on some 6,000 of its A320 planes. This was due to a malfunction in the recent updated software where one of the planes dropped altitude suddenly, causing passengers to also be injured. So, of course, Airbus had to step in. You know what? I appreciate that. I'd rather be late or just miss my flight completely than to be unsafe and try to travel by force immediately. So, yeah, it's annoying, but consider what the other side might be or could be, the possibilities of being injured or losing your life over a flight. So, a big ups to Airbus. I'm sure they're going to lose a lot of money. Airlines are going to lose a lot of money, but, your life is priceless. But you know what's not priceless? A couple of coffees. So thank you to Dawson, who bought me a coffee and says, cheers. I appreciate that, my guy. And to Sohan, who says, absolutely love watching this every morning. Makes me laugh when news articles ask us to subscribe from MSM. Got the community involved and all the key stories. Love it. Thank you, and I love the support. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the coffee and the super thanks. Now some of our top comments. Eddie says, if you steal money that is meant to keep people safe and someone dies because of it, you should be charged with murder. 100% agree. Crosswalk record says, another reason I chose a relationship with Jesus versus another girl who sleeps with anyone with a wallet. Spiritual welfare is real. Landmine said, turn over 100 million pesos while keeping billions. It sounds like a win in my book for him. They'll never be prosecuted, of course, because of kickbacks those in charge likely received. And Jesus says, good job reporting. Keep it up. Thank you. And happy Thanksgiving, brother. I appreciate all those comments. If you guys also enjoy these reportings, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Maybe there's someone else that finds it entertaining. Share your thoughts regarding any of the stories I covered today. I promise tomorrow I'll shave, or not shave. No, I don't promise. Ain't nobody shaving this. I'll trim it down a little bit. I think it's getting a little bit too much. Maybe do this hair thing as well. Anywho, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Don't forget, don't forget signed by Donald Trump.